So next, we need to know about compiler versus interpreter. First, about the compiler. Regarding compilers, it is going to translate first, run later. So let's say C language is there, right? Regarding C language, it will check all the lines of code. If any error is there, then no output. Is it clear? Right? Suppose if any error is available, no output. If no errors, then only we are going to get the output in case of C language, because C languages are going to have compilers, Python interpreter. So now I'm going to write a simple definition. A compiler takes our entire code. So whether you wrote 10 lines or 1000 lines, it doesn't matter. Compiler also is one of the special software program. A compiler takes our entire source code file and translates all of it once into a permanent standalone mission code file like an exe, nothing but executable file on Windows. So a compiler takes our entire source code file and translate everything, all of it, once into a permanent standalone. Means it is not going to depend on any other. It's a separate individual file. That's it. Okay. Standalone mission code file like an exe file. For example, in Windows operating system. So these two are completely unique. Okay. Everything is there in this Python exe file. Everything is there in this VS code. Standalone, it is not going to depend on any others. Okay, fine. So whatever. So now the process. Obviously, so we write code. After writing the C language code, then what we are going to do? We will do some compilation process. Compilation means, that means compiler is going to take the entire code and it is going to translate all of it permanent, nothing but an exe file. So we get an exe file. Exe means executable. And we run the executable. However, we installed Python and VS. Okay. So what are the languages having these compilers? C, C++. Compilers translates first, then run later. So then after this, coming to the interpreter. Translate and run on the fly. An interpreter does not create a permanent mission code file. So just now we tested also. Here just we created this Python file, we wrote the code, and if I click on run, I'm able to see the output. So I did not see any permanent executable file here, right? Okay. So an interpreter does not create a permanent mission code file, nothing but executable file. Instead, it reads our raw source code file and translates line by line. Okay, so we observed also line by line like this. So here also line by line. So line by line in real time, executing each instruction immediately. See here something like line by line it is checking, right? So line number 1 successfully checked. Okay, after that line number 2. So this process we are calling as what? Execution. Whenever error detects, then only this execution is going to stop. Okay, fine. So line by line in real time, executing each instruction immediately before moving to the next. So let's say line number 1 is successfully checked. That means line number 1 is successfully executed. Then only line number 2. After that, line number 2, like that. So before moving to the next, it is going to execute each and every instruction, nothing but whatever the code that we are going to run. The process. As usual, we write code, we click run. For example, see here. So we are going to click here, run. We wrote some code, we click run here. After clicking on run, this special software program called interpreter translates into low-level language, executes line by line, then and okay. So what are the languages? Python, JavaScript, root. So these three are comes under interpreted languages. Okay. Then what about Java and .NET? So actually these Java and .NET, so we can call it as what? Hybrid languages. Okay. But this is no need to discuss. We are not discussing also. Just bother about only compiler as well as interpreter. So don't bother about this. Okay. Don't bother right now much about this. Is not right now our subject. Okay.